Hello guys, happy June. I'm very excited. I had a really great May, so I'm also happy and excited to share some of the really great things that I came upon this month, some things about my goals, and also some of my favorites. So let's jump right in. So first, I will be turning to my monthly planning for this month. I am using my Mod Ambition planner. So I have a process. This is a quarterly planner. So the first thing I always do when I'm planning my month is I look back at my yearly goals and in my quarterly goals, and I rewrite that in my month's plan. So I've already input all the days of the month here. I also inputted all my holidays, the days that I'm going into the office to do some psychology work. I put in my baby shower. I have a baby shower to go to, but I put in holidays and events like baby showers, birthdays, Father's Days. I put in payday, and then I also put in these like circle dots my YouTube videos that I'm planning and when I'm hoping that they will come out, and the extra video that I'll be doing for the month. So all of that's in the actual monthly plan before I even get started. And then another thing I like to do, in addition to reflecting on what are my actually goals to the year that this month is working up to, I like to look back at the previous month and think about what were my wins and what were my challenges. So last month's wins, definitely doing my therapy homework, I feel like has been very helpful. It's been a short amount of time that I have went back to therapy, but I'm so glad that I did. I find it very helpful just to continue to do that type of conscious work, and I found it the homework in particular, very helpful for my mindset. Another big win for me this month, in the month of May, was I really solidified my cleaning routine. So I have been trying to solidify a more intense cleaning routine now that my kids are out of the baby phase. So now I have two toddlers, a 2-year-old and 3-year-old. And yes, while it's still very busy being a mom of 2 toddlers, I have more time and I have more of a routine now that they have like a regular sleeping schedule, school schedule. They're not like little babies breastfeeding all the time, that kind of thing. So I just had my own kind of bare minimum cleaning routine that I stuck to pretty regularly. But now in this last month, I really expanded to really include a really good system for me. So that's definitely a win for me for May. I also had a lot of revelations in May in combination from going to therapy, also doing more conscious work, journaling more. I've been writing down more Bible verses. I've had a lot of mantras come to me. I'll share with you guys in my favorite section some of my favorite mantras and revelations that have come to me this month. But that's definitely been a win. And then we also started refreshing our backyard. In between the stones on our patio, we filled like with pebbles. We redid our garden. We took out all the weeds in our garden bed as well as on our patio. We're now moving on to get a new patio couch. So we just kind of did a refresh of the backyard, clean up some of the toys so that we can enjoy it for the summer. So that was definitely a win for me as well. I would say the challenges of May, one of the things that I do want to work on going forward is editing more. One of my goals is to post 2 times a week on YouTube. That's kind of been like a SMART goal that's helped me get to some of these monthly goals. And I haven't been able to do that lately, not consistently. So I'm gonna make that goal smaller. I'm not gonna take it away, but I'm just gonna work my way up to it. So instead of saying 2 times a week, I'm gonna say, instead of 4 videos a month, I'm gonna try to do 5, and then I'll do 6, and then work my way up to 8. So making the problem smaller, that's a tenet from the Lazy Genius, actually, one of her principles. And so that's what I'm gonna do with that. But one of the challenges, long story short, is I haven't been doing as much editing. So I actually have a lot of stuff filmed now, but I haven't been taking enough time to do editing. One of the reasons was I moved to Premiere Pro. I've been editing on my own, and there's some things I just couldn't do in iMovie, so I changed to Premiere Pro. I'm just gonna make my workflow much easier in the long run, but for now I'm still learning a lot about this program. I realized that Final Cut Pro probably would have been an easier option for me, but so we'll see how it works out. So that was a challenge for me this month, is just keeping up with the editing to meet my goals. And then both of my kiddos were sick this month, which if you have watched any of my videos, you know is a kind of a theme for me because my kids are daycare babies. So there's always an adjustment when you have an unexpected day or a couple of days that you have to take off work to take care of your babies, and that happened with both of my children this month. So that was definitely a challenge. Just making sure I'm staying flexible, not putting too much into my calendar, into my week, because there's a good chance, knock on wood, that one of them might be sick. And that was just a reminder this month to keep doing that. So my intention this month is what I'm calling consistent rhythm and flow. And what that means to me is sticking to my new routines, sticking to my new habits. I have shown in a couple of other videos, I recently redid my manifestation day routine. So these are all my routines in my day. So morning, day, and evening routines that help me kind of encompass all my values and all my habits that I want to keep and all the things I want to do towards my goals into just a daily sort of system, so I don't really have to think about it. It's just on autopilot. And whenever I do that brand new, I like to start fresh, writing it down. That way I can write it down every day in my planner until it becomes a habit. Whenever I change my routines, I like to do that so I can make sure that I'm not forgetting anything and I'm being as intentional as possible. And I want to stay consistent with that type of rhythm in the month of June. And along with that goes my June mantra, which is good enough is good enough. I've heard that a lady that is on YouTube here called Fly Lady Cat, actually, who I learned the Fly Lady system from. She talks about this concept of perfection holding you back, and that you might be getting overwhelmed in doing a task because you think if you can't do it perfectly, even unconsciously, if you have those thoughts, you get overwhelmed and you just don't do anything at all. And really having the mindset and the mantra that good enough is good enough, and doing something is still going to bless your work, bless your home, and doing it good enough is actually good enough. And then along with that sort of rhythm, how I want to feel this month is I want to feel in a flow, I want to feel in my groove, I want to feel on track, those types of things. And then my priority this month is self and home care. So really leaning into, for me this month, my goal of prioritizing my self-care and increasing my joy. My husband bought me a canvas and this paint by number set for Mother's Day, and I really want to start doing that on the weekends, really taking more care of myself, practicing more so what I preach as it relates to self-compassion, self-care, and also putting that into my home environment so my kids and my family, my kids and my husband can have a nice home. We can have a nice home environment. We can create happy family memories. Things aren't overstimulating and overwhelming. So really leaning into taking care of myself, my home, and my family is going to be my priority this month. And that leads me right into my monthly goals. So these are going to be my monthly goals and priorities that are going to help me get to my quarterly goals and my intentions for this month and all of those things. So my first one is to stick to my daily routine that I've set for myself. My second one is to do 4 lives this month. So every Friday I'm live planning my week, doing my 12-week year weekly scorecard. It's kind of like an accountability meeting. We hold each other accountable and talk about our goals and how we've been doing that. So I want to do 4 of those lives this month, and I want to post 5 videos, and that goes towards my goals as far as increasing my YouTube community here. I also have my goals as for increasing my income is finishing my email flows that I've been working on. I've made some significant progress. Third goal for the month is to work out 4 times a week. So I had it at 3 times a week. I feel like I'm getting comfortable with that, making a habit with that, so I'm going to move it up to 4 times a week. Self-care Sundays, usually when my kids are asleep at nap time, is when I have the opportunity to do something for myself, and I want to make sure that every Sunday I'm doing that. And then my last goal for this month is to finish my patio deck. I want to change out the couch on my patio. I have 2 lemongrass plants that I put out there that I want to take care of and make sure those are growing, maybe propagate. That's pretty much it. I don't have much to do left in my patio backyard. We're not doing a lot because we're going to redo our entire deck either next year or the year after. So it's just enough to make us comfortable and have fun in the summer. So I want to finish my patio deck. So those are my monthly goals, and I'm excited for June. I think it's going to be so exciting. I do want to share with you guys some of my favorites for May. One of my favorite memories was Layla, when she was out of school. She had an eye infection. We had a mommy and daughter day, and we went to Starbucks. We went inside and we had a little date, and that was just really good memory. And then likewise, me and my son had a mommy and son day and got to spend one-on-one time. It is good to spend time with them alone and that's kind of like the blessing in disguise of when they're home by themselves when they're sick. I also had a really amazing time. I had a staycation where I took off work for a week. I didn't post here, I didn't do any psychology work, and it was just great. I got to reset my home. It was kind of like a summer, spring refresh in a sense. One of my proud moments this month was actually during that week off, organized my closet, decluttered everything. That's something I have been wanting to do for so long. That was one of those personal projects that I actually did get done with. I did also have a song that I ran into this month that I found a girl on TikTok actually who sings this song, and I really loved it. I found it on YouTube. I'll insert a little excerpt here.
I am blessed, yeah, I am blessed. Even when I'm here feeling like a mess, this life has shown me all kinds of stress, and also opened up my heart like the greatest treasure chest. I have grown, yes, I have grown, and I'm finding my way home. Yes, I have grown, and I'm finding my way home. Yes, I am blessed, yeah, I am blessed. Even when I'm here feeling like a mess.
There was also a quote that I heard on a podcast. I am disciplined. Christ in me is stronger than wrong desires in me. I think it's a great quote because you don't have to lean on your own understanding when it comes to being disciplined or productive or trying to get things done in your life. It really helps remind me that I am walking with my higher power and trying to live this valuable life. There are also two devotional excerpts that I'm going to share. The first one that I really liked this month was, "In my presence you can face uncertainty with perfect peace." And the other one was, "I, the creator of the universe, am with you and am for you. What more would you need? When you feel lack, it is because you are not connecting with me at a deep level. I offer abundant life. Your part is to trust me, refusing to worry about anything." And I just thought that was really beautiful. I also want to share with you guys in the month of May some of my favorite products. The first one is this Aveeno bath cream. It's like a powder oatmeal that we put in my son's bath. Well, there are a couple different eczema products. My son had really bad eczema. He had to get the prescription, but we also used that Aveeno bath oatmeal stuff, and it was really great. And then we also got this weed puller thing that was so helpful when it came to taking out the weeds on our patio and also in the grass. We just had so many weeds at the beginning of the summer, and I was like, I'm not gonna be on my hands and knees. I ain't got that kind of time. So I went on Amazon looking for something, and I found something that was perfect, and I just was like so grateful for it. I'll put in a picture of our patio with my son full of weeds. Before we worked on it. Oh, another good moment was we got all the windows in our house changed. You can actually see them here, which was really nice. They're all energy efficient now, and they used to leak, so now they're not leaking. So that was a really good home renovation that we needed. That's it. That was my month of May. I'm excited for June. Tell me in the comments, what are your plans for this month? So this is how I kind of reset and prep for the month. If you're interested on how I do like my weekly prep to make sure that I can have a really smooth week, I have teed up a video I did on how to have a smooth week, my productive weekly prep ideas for you to watch next. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. I'll see you next time. Namaste.